Oh man, fashion has changed a great deal over maybe. I mean, fashion changes all the time, but it seems like as history itself changes, and fashion needs to change to adapt to the era. Makes sense because sometimes we can figure out what era it is by what people are wearing or what colors are in vogue or design. Well, I don't know if fashion is the same as design or design is in fashion. I'm going to stop. Born Jamaican and fashion designer Samantha Black shares her journey into the industry and her recent collaboration with corporate retail giant Target. Samantha, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How
How
are
are you?
you?
I'm great.
So we
I'm
say you're born in Jamaica, but you have to quickly pin. Tell us where in Jamaica you are from.
No, I'm not. I'm actually first generation born in the States.
Ah, but you're
But I'm in Jamaica. I do so much with like Jamaica and for like my people that people always just say I'm born in Jamaica, but no, I just represent, my culture and everything
all right.
all the
Cool.
time.
So when did you get into fashion?
Um, I went to college. I went to an art school and I studied fashion design. And from there, I started working for brands, like corporate brands, fashion brands. And then I got bored and
You
decided
got
to,
bored.
yeah, I got bored.
Okay.
Because I mean, just when you're under the construct of a brand, you have to design into what that brand looks like,
Mm.
versus my own vision for my own brand. So I got bored designing for someone else's vision, basically.
All right.
Right.
And so you wanted to do your own stuff.
hmm
How did you chart that course? How did you build that path for yourself?
Honestly, I just started making stuff and I would do like local fashion shows around New York City. And funny enough, what kind of catapulted my brand, I did Jamaica Fashion Week with Saint International in
Mm.
Jamaica.
Right.
And the PR team that worked on that show happened to be from the States. So when we got back to the States, they were like, yo, one of them was like a stylist for a magazine. She's like, I want to start using your stuff for a magazine. And from there, it just started, whose stuff is that? Sammy B. And just kept like going and going and going. So,
Sammy B is the design.
brand.
That's
Yes.
your brand.
Yeah.
Sammy B, your own brand. So give us some of the big hits because I'm seeing names here like Alexander McQueen, Michael Kors, Jill Stewart. How are all those top name designers connected to Sammy B?
Yeah. So while in school, I interned for Michael Kors and Jill Stewart. Once I graduated, I moved to London for like 6 months and I was able to work in Alexander McQueen's design studio. So that's kind of, I never forgot that. It was so cool to me. It was so much fun. So when I did come back to the States and started working, like I always wanted to do something that was more creative, like the McQueen, So that kind of always stuck with me. And then I started making stuff that I thought was like super cool and super different. Some things not necessarily wearable, but just like cool and fun and like art.
Cool. And so how did you meld all of that together? Is that what we're seeing? That all these, whether it be Coors, Stewart, McQueen, Sammy
No,
B, we're not seeing
no.
how. But what did you take from those experiences? How do you incorporate the stuff from those experiences in what you do, or you don't?
I don't necessarily, not really, to be honest. The only one I would say is McQueen. Like from Jill Stewart and Michael Kors gave me a taste into like there's different areas and levels to fashion and fashion
Mhm.
business, right? So there's like mass market, which is like Air what I had designed for, or like Abercrombie, that's mass. They're, whatever. And then there's like higher end. So, and higher end usually does like fashion shows. So that kind of gave me like an insight into like the higher end world of fashion. But then like McQueen was like high end, but it's also like he creates like art. So that
Mm.
stuck with me the most. Like you can sell things that are a little more creative, that are a little more like art, that are special pieces. So that kind of stuck with me in the beginning of like my journey, because I was just like creating things that were like one of one or had to be done by you know hours of like handwork and things like that. That's kind
Right,
of
right,
how I
right.
first started working on
So
my own. That's kind of what I produced, which then eventually led to me being like, okay, I'm getting popular. I need to figure out how to make things for them, like that I
That
can produce
everybody, that can be produced
in mass,
in
in bigger
multiple.
quantities. Yeah.
Right. So that you can, but also have that cool factor of, well, I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
you could, that's the thing you could meld together, right? Some kind of cool standalone thing that you then imprint, for lack of a better word, or perhaps imprint onto something that's mass produced,
Yes.
that
Mhm.
everybody can be a part of it. That's kind of cool. And so then this Target thing happened. What was that?
Yeah, right. So yes, I just been doing my own thing. So eventually, when I'm selling, how I sell, I guess, in a more mass way is I make things like easy to wear, but I focus on like prints and pattern and color, and that's really so much really speaks to like my Jamaican culture because like when I first was kind of doing it and people wasn't really using like the crazy colors, like I didn't see it as crazy or bright. I just seen it as like whatever. So I always stood true to my color use, my pattern use, and that's what attracted Target. They loved how I kind of just like fearlessly like added that into my line, and
Mhm.
that's what attracted them. And so with that, they contacted me and basically was like, "Hey, would you be interested?" And of course, yes. That's like mass to the umpteenth level.
Being a part of the first ever
One second.
100% Black owned or designed collection at Target speaks to how far we've come. I designed for the girls I saw growing up, women like me. It's my
Yeah, we can we kind of, oh, so that's you being featured in the Target ad,
Commercial, yeah.
telling your story, and I like what you said, you designed for the girls that look like you. Is that what you said? That was your
It
line?
is. It is. And that's true. That's who I designed for. It's very sorry, I designed from like a personal
Hmm.
point of view. It's very personal to me, my culture, my environment, and it's a mashup of all those things. And who it gravitates towards, that's who it gravitates towards. And usually it's people who are like-minded or admire it or, want to interject that into them. But I designed for the girls like me.
How was this? How has the Target collab changed the trajectory of your career? Has it?
I mean, I guess we'll see, right? Because it's still very fresh, still in
Right. This was your
stores.
Black History Month thing.
Yeah, it was, the main was for Black History Month, but it went into stores like the last week in December. And by the first week in January, which was the official launch date, it was like sold out of most stores. Most sizes were sold out, I should say. So it's been very successful, more successful than they even thought it would be. So it has also like brought in who Sammy B is to, it was in all stores nationwide and online. So there's like 250 stores, something like that. Everyone in America goes to Target. It's just the thing. Poor, rich, man, woman, everyone goes to Target. It's just like a thing. And for most stores, it was like as soon as you walked in, it was featured right there. So it's
What was the
definitely.
item?
There was
What?
14 items. I had 14
Oh,
items.
so it's the Savvy B collection almost that
Yeah.
was right
hmm
to the store.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's some big moves there. Congratulations to
Yeah.
you on that.
Thank you. Yeah, so it was
What?
14 items and it just, people who didn't know about me, they know about me now. They want to see more. So I think it's going to be something that like right now it was very overwhelming in a good way. And then
Mhm.
see like how it does affect my brand going forward and the benefits of being in Target.
And any plans to do more stuff that include the Jamaican nest that you're connected to?
Yeah, I always include. I have a collection coming out in Nordstrom. It hits stores April, and it's very heavily Jamaican inspired. Like black, green, and gold is the color palette. I actually shot part of that collection when I was in Jamaica in January um, to use as well. But that'll be going in stores in Nordstrom come April. So, and it's literally Jamaican inspired colors, everything. So I think that'll be
Wow.
kind of cool to see. And then in my line, just in general, I have very Jamaican items. I have a section like t-shirts. It's like Kingston, which pays homage to like the tourism poster. Um, I have t-shirts that big up my favorite artists, men and women. I have like t-shirts. My nickname was Bun and Cheese off of my great grandfather. That's a big seller. So I do a lot of things like that just like pays homage in like many different ways of like what I like about, I guess, like
Jamaican culture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's cool. So you make it very personal. So it's not like you are, owning Jamaica. You're talking about the stuff that that's part of your own heritage that you like, and you're putting it in your fashion. So it's your personal expression. That's pretty good. So congrats again on that, and looking forward to that Nordstrom bit that's coming out in April. You said so. You gotta let us know, so that we can tell folks to check that out and continue to support as you big up the culture. So where can people find you online? Tell us how we can follow and.
So you can find me online on my website, sammybdesigns.com. Check me out on Instagram, Sammy B Designs as well, or Samantha Black NYC. Nordstrom, the next drop is coming April. That one's gonna be like super exciting. And like I said, we did the photography in Jamaica on Elsha Beach with Jamaican models and photographers. So I'm like really excited about that and just that rollout. But yeah.
That's cool. We appreciate you, Sammy B, and your Jamaican connection. Sorry, I thought that you were like, maybe you really should be from here. Just make up a place.
Listen, it's not, everyone says it. I always say like, oh, I'm first generation born in New York. And no matter what I say, so it's cool.
All right, Samantha Black, Sammy B, on her journey to I guess beyond Target, because now you're onto some bigger things, and we wish you all the best. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, so this is Engage. It's your drive time entertainment and lifestyle choice right here on the family station Love 101. We're going to talk health in a bit.
Kingdom Culture presents The Well Encounter with Maverick City's Chandler Moore and Naomi Rain, Kevin Downswell, Carlene Davis, Rondell Positive, Rhoda Isabella. Tickets at sparopen.com/TWE22. Supermed Pharmacies, Sangster's Bookstore, 876-676-5953. Sponsored by Clear Sound, Caledonia Outdoor Advertising, Purity Chase Fund, Love 101, Race KFC. Part proceeds to Food for the Poor. The Well Encounter, Saturday, March 18th, Sabina Park, 6:30 p.m. Meet us at the Well.
Your health is your wealth, so come we start the conversation. Make we rise and immunize all across the nation. The ministry is giving us the motivation. Get your infants routine immunization. Protect the toddlers from all diseases. Tetanus, rubella, whooping cough and the measles. Polymyelitis, mumps and the flu, plus tuberculosis to name a few.
Rise to immunize. Eliminating diseases saves lives. Visit your nearest clinic or health center for more information or log on to www.moh.gov.jm.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Pan American Health Organization, funded with a contribution from the United States of America.
The season 1 finale of the Pulse podcast will be live and in person, Friday, March 10, 6:30 p.m. at Fellowship Tabernacle, Kingston, 2 Fairfield Avenue behind the Boulevard Shopping Center. Orville Cool Shade Sutherland will be performing live and talking breaking barriers. You can join us live on the Love 101 YouTube channel, or you can visit us in person. The Pulse podcast, your weekly source of authentic Jamaican, faith-based, creative content and edutainment, with your host, Jakal, Ashley, Victor, and Ella the Voice. Powered by Love 101. Hey, get ready for an inspiring time inside Love in the Morning with me, your host, Jakal Dyer. This Monday, March 13, 5:30 a.m. is Becoming You, a feature that shares tips on how to become the best version of who you are. Then, grab a cup of coffee and start the day right with Morning Coffee Pick Me Up Devotional at 6 a.m. 8:30 a.m. inside the Healthy Way, we discuss Edwards Syndrome. 9:30 a.m. is Something More, brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. Stick and stay with us. This Pick Me Up Monday inside Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station, Love 101.
The Basketball Community and Wellness Pharmacy, in association with Meds Are Us Doctor Office, is hosting a free community health fair Thursday, March 16, starting at 9 a.m. at Sir B's Complex, Main Street, Stewarttown, St. Mary, with free eye testing and doctor visit. Bring your documents for free RGD and path appointment. Sponsored by Winters Petroleum, eBay's Document and Service Hunt Limited, Meds Are Us Limited, Ophthalmic Suits, Brookfield Tires, and Colonial's 7-Eleven Supermarket. Love 101 FM will be live on location at 1 p.m. as Sarah Ann Edwards Miller will give us all the details. That's the Basketball Community and Wellness Pharmacy, in association with Meds Are Us Doctor's Office, free community health fair, Thursday, March 16 at 1 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101.
Hello, this is your girl, Prophet Shanbury Rob, and you are listening to Engage with Kalando on Love 101.
Engage, your drive time entertainment choice right here on the family station. Over the years, you've probably heard your fair share of wacky weight loss advice, whether it's to drink celery juice every day or replace your meals with some weight loss cookies. But does it really work? Today, we have a mother-daughter duo from High Vibes Nutrition to help us debunk some of those weight loss myths and help us to stay on our wellness journey. I say welcome to Andrea Kingbird and Safia Bird. Is it Bird?
Yes, Bird Mears.
Okay, Bird Mears. Okay, you're Bird Mears, and then you have Andrea. Welcome, and I'm happy to have you. So let's talk about this name, High Vibes Nutrition. Am I supposed to be worried?
Not at all. Not at all.
Whose idea was that?
I think it was joint, right, Safi?
I think so.
All right,
because
so
we
Mom,
want people to know that there's a lot of energy there.
Okay, so the high vibes. Yes. So, I mean, vibes, I saw somebody use vibes yesterday in a very unusual way that I can't even explain to you right here. But vibes as a I guess as a noun is pretty Jamaican, and it's almost indescribable. But vibes is not something you can necessarily explain to somebody who's in a Jamaican. You just have to say it and they know what you mean by vibes, right?
Absolutely.
Correct, right. So high vibes, as you said. So Mom, you were the first to start your nutritional wellness journey. What made you start that?
All right. Well, I'm Andrea Kingbird, and I was always like a yo-yo dad, And after I had my 3 children, then I thought, well, life was over because I was going to remain fat forever. But my girlfriend at work, who happened to be my legal assistant, introduced me to a product. And I was very skeptical because I had watched her go to the gym for many years and she never lost an ounce.
Oh my God.
But I tried the product. She never lost an ounce. So when she introduced these things to me, I didn't take her seriously.
You didn't, right? Not much credibility because it didn't work for her. Is what you thought.
Absolutely. But she wasn't on the products, she was just going to the gym. And that's the difference. So I saw another girlfriend now who I hadn't seen for a few weeks. And when I saw her, she had lost the weight. Guess what? She had been using the products.
Got it.
So then I started taking the products. Yes.
And are you going to tell us?
40 pounds. I lost 8 dress sizes, and I've been able to keep that off now for many years.
Lost 40 pounds in what time frame?
Well, typically you lose 2 pounds per month. 2 pounds per week. I lost that in 3 months.
40 pounds in 3 weeks. So Safia, you somehow well, I'm hearing you lost 80 pounds.
I did.
What was going on? And okay, 80 pounds is like a whole other human being.
Yes. Okay. So for me, when I'm a little stressed, I used to like to eat. I used to like to inhale food. Okay. So I learned how to manage my stress as well as taking the Herbalife products and just focusing on my physical and mental health, and that really helped me to lose the 80 pounds.
What was the point at which you said, I have to do something about this that resulted in that 80 pound loss? Tell us what was going on.
Okay, so I was coming to Jamaica from Tampa. I went to school in Tampa, and I was at the carousel waiting for my bag. and I could not stand up to wait for my bag. My
Mm.
feet were in so much pain that I was going to ask them for a wheelchair. And I
Wow.
was like 25.
Right. Yes, a young girl, this can't happen to me, right?
So I was like, this is a desperate situation, so I really need to lose weight.
And you went on the same program as your mom. Is that what you did? How long did it take you to get to that goal?
Well, you know, as my mom said, everyone's different. Her weight loss took about 3 months, but mine took a bit longer. It was a little over a year.
Mhm.
And I really had to, you know, change my habits. So it's a gradual process.
Okay, so mom, so people have have done weight loss journeys, and we've heard lots of stuff, and many things don't work for some people, or you hear all the time that it works for a little while, and then, you know, like the whole, if you starve yourself or you cut out carbs and what your body does to it. And so there's a whole bunch of different things that we are told.
Yes,
One moment you're told this thing works, and another moment it doesn't work. How do people know what really works?
Well, what it is that we have is a nutritional program. It's not a weight loss program. It's a weight
Got it.
management program. So it's a health and nutrition program. So, for example, people say, you know, you can start. I always tell people, I can lock you in a room and you lose weight, you know, but that would not be healthy. You know, you'll be
Right.
losing your muscles and everything. But with our program, you get meal replacements that are complete meals. So they have all the vitamins and minerals, the carbs, everything that you need from a meal when you are substituting that for a chewing meal. And we don't say you can't eat, you know? So we give you guidance as to what you eat when you eat, depending on what you are looking for. A lot of people are obsessed with weight loss, but it is as difficult to gain weight as to lose weight. And of
Is it?
course, once you lose, what you want to do, you want to maintain. You want to talk about
Right.
maintenance, Safi?
Yes, Safi, tell us about maintenance, because you said you have figured out how to manage your stress and maintain your weight. What are the things? Give us a couple of the tips that you use, and then at the same time debunk some of the myths that people have harbored.
Okay, so for me, I think that life is all about balance. I use the Herbalife products to really supplement my lifestyle. You have to supplement your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. It's not just a diet where you do it and it just finish when you reach your goal. It's a
Right.
lifestyle. So that's how you maintain. I'm not sure how to answer the myth part.
The myths part, or
Could
like
you give
people.
me an example?
Well, just I guess people think. Well, maybe you just actually
Well,
did
some
one,
people,
you know?
all right,
Yeah. Go ahead, mom.
one myth that people have is they go on a program and then they say they gain back more weight, you know? But the thing about it is, if you have entered into a lifestyle, as Safi said, and you're now learning, because that's why we are wellness coaches. We're coaches because we coach you how to eat. You need to have fun anyway, you know?
Right.
You have to have fun in how you eat, you know, you eat your colorful foods. You know, we don't say that you're like a nun, or, you know, that you can't eat anything that is fun. But you have to just balance it, you know?
So help
And
me,
so,
because
yes,
I want you to. This is a live thing, right? So I
yes,
would have. I took 50 pounds off and I've kept it off, but I do
yes.
gym and food, right? So
Okay.
but in recent times I feel like I need to go back onto a thing. So I remember last year I did like a juice diet,
Okay.
and it was meal replacement at a particular, I guess, size. So you cut everything in half. The juices were about 12 ounces, and that's what you'd have for the day, whether 4 juice or 3 or whatever. And I did have a lot of energy. I go to the gym, like I do 4 days a week at the gym. The thing that is beating me now is I'm not getting enough rest. So I still keep up my, try to watch what I'm eating. I try to drink a lot of water, work out. But I love sweet things.
Okay.
So I
So
would
you're
go to get, I want to have some carrot cake with the icing.
okay. All
And I
right.
can't find a small piece. They don't sell it small. And I
They
wish
don't sell
sometimes I
small
could ask
pieces
them to
of
just
that.
cut it in half, and I'll just eat a small piece. So it,
So,
so
somebody like you know, is a
yeah,
candidate for meal replacement shakes that taste good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because juicing is great, you know, but juices are not balanced meals.
Mm,
Juices, you have lots of vitamins, you know, you may have your fiber and all of that in it. But what about your protein? Because protein is the building block of the body, you know?
right.
So as I say, I can lock you up in a room and starve you, but will it be a balanced way? So what we want is for you to be losing or maintaining and having adequate protein. So we bring you into our office and we do something called an evaluation. And when we do that evaluation, we can actually tell you how many grams of protein you as a particular person needs, different from me or different from Safi, you know?
Oh, okay, that's great. So the whole food, measuring the food, the
You
grams
don't,
and so.
no, we're not into the
Oh,
measuring of food.
you're not gonna
No,
stress me out to go get a food scale and all them
that is
things.
very, very stressful. No. What we tell you is cut back. We say if you love stew, peas, and rice, what you're going to do is more peas. Don't take out the pigtail if you eat that.
Just have a smaller amount.
Have a smaller amount and cut back. And we tell you how to set up your plate. So at the end of the day, you have enjoyed your dinner, right? Because if you love your dinner, you just love your dinner.
But here's my thing, Andrea. I don't really love enough food, you know. I just love snacks, and I would snack all day. You don't. I'm not the type of person who is gonna feel bad if I don't have a big whack of food in front of me. But the thing that I struggle with the most is not having snacks. That's
Well, you can
where
tell him about the snack options, Safi.
Okay,
quickly,
so
and
we
then tell
have
me about. Yes.
okay, so we have different snacks. We have our protein bites. They have a chocolate flavor. We have our protein bars. But they all have a good amount of protein in there
Protein.
and
Yes.
not a lot of sugar. But you still get that sweet taste that you may like.
Oh, that I'm craving all the time. Okay, so I'm also seeing here that maybe I have to come and have an appointment with you. But you've sent some stuff. I have this thing that looks like some kind of shake. What is this in my hand?
What is that, Safi?
Okay, so that's our Formula One replacement meal. It has all the vitamins, minerals, protein, carbs you need in one meal. It's a complete meal.
Tastes a little sweet though.
So it satisfies your sweet, but it is not sweet as in sugar sweet.
What's in it?
Yes.
What's
So even if somebody is, you know, we don't treat, cure, prevent disease, but even if somebody was on the spectrum of, you know, going to what Jamaicans call having sugar, yes, they would still be able to have this meal replacement.
Okay, cool. So
I
we
see
can.
you're
This is something we can get from you.
something
Yes,
there.
I'm unwrapping now what appears to be, and it smells like a banana-based. What is this? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh God, I had it earlier and it's gone from my mind. What is it? A waffle?
Yes.
Is this your special formulation?
Absolutely.
Oh, it smells delicious. Is it banana-based or is it? I'm smelling banana.
All right, you want to hear some of our secrets? We use our products. Which we won't name, but we
That's
use our
fine.
protein. We use our protein products to put together to make the shake. I mean,
All right,
to make the waffle. So
Okay,
that
it's
when
not
you have
very.
the waffle, you can feel. I mean, you can eat it. It's satisfying because you're chewing and everything, and it tastes like something that shouldn't be really good for you, but it's great for you. So
I have
when
to
you
tell
have
you.
that, you're full. Yes.
Yes, it tastes like something that's healthy. Maybe because I've become accustomed to that with having changed my own diet since 2019, right?
Yes.
What by that I mean, I can tell that I'm eating something that is deliberately designed to not have too much sugar, but have all the stuff. But I actually think that's great. I like that. And so that means I'm probably going to have to come and get some of these from you because
And
it's good and it's not
what we
heavy.
actually say to people, you know, is that it's the drizzle a
You're breaking
little,
up.
you know, a little of the little syrup or something just to get a taste. You can do a drizzle. You know, you
Yes.
can put on a low fat whipped cream. You know, you can put on fruits. So you don't have to really feel that you're deprived at all. Right?
No, and then what you have some slices of strawberry on it as well. And this strawberry isn't very sweet, but it also isn't very tangy. And I know you can't always you can't always predict what kind of strawberry you're going to get, right? I don't put that on you, but this particular composition is good because it tastes very fresh and healthy and clean. And I feel like I should come and give you come for a consultation and see if I can get some of these items, because so far so good.
That would be awesome.
Where do people find you guys?
We're
where are we
located
located
at
now?
17 Holborn Road, unit number 2. It's upstairs, and it's in the heart of New Kingston. So you can walk foot and come, or you can come in the parking lot, ample space, and come and just sit and enjoy yourself and enjoy good nutrition.
Oh, so you have a place where people can just come and buy food and sit and eat?
Definitely.
Oh,
Sit and
okay.
eat, yeah. Because that's how the vibes.
Oh, there you go. That's how you have the vibes.
Music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I'll have to
Vibes,
come.
yes.
When are you open?
You
When are you
come and-
open?
Come and hold our vibes.
Come hold our
From
vibes.
7
When
until
I-
3.
Monday to Friday.
From 7 until 3. Monday to Friday.
Friday.
And Safi's special days when?
Tomorrow,
Safi's
Saturday,
open
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to see if I can come by tomorrow. So when I come,
And I know what
I
you're gonna love. You're gonna love our Jello shots.
okay. Well,
Yes.
let's see. I want to see if I'll see when I come if that's the case. All right. And I noticed that there was a tea, but I didn't. I'm not so sure I wanted to try a tea. What's the tea? What are the tea options that you have?
Let me tell you, the tea is absolutely fabulous. It's high in antioxidants, and everybody wants that right now. It has energy in it. Okay, so you have it's energizing. The one we gave you is fat burning, so that's
maybe I should have
part of that. So when you're going to the gym, if you have a cup or two up, just have a cup before, sip it throughout for hydration. We also had put in it something for digestive health, which tastes very good. It's not like what you go and get in the backyard. It's an aloe, but it is done in a particular way that all of the bad tasting stuff, and it has in chamomile, and so we just do things, that are
man, it's
long time tradition, but
pretty-
in the modern way. Yes.
Okay, I think I'm gonna take the tea home and have it tomorrow. Can I do that? Like put it in the
that
fridge and
sounds
have
like
it tomorrow?
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, and I'm gonna try see if I'm gonna come and see you guys either tomorrow or Monday.
Yes.
Because I should have a little vibes of a day on Monday, and so I might just very much take a trip and come have some stuff from you guys. So thank you very much, Sophia and Andrea, Sophia Bird Mears and Andrea Kingbird, mother-daughter duo.
For having us.
Yes.
Mother-daughter duo of High Vibes Nutrition on Holborn Road. And what's your social media handle for people to
Our
find you online?
Instagram is High Vibes Nutrition, high.vibes.nutrition. Same as our TikTok.
Thank you so much, and all the best. This food
And you can
tastes good
also
so far.
call us. We have a telephone number,
All right.
876-566-1141.
1141.
566-1141.
Thank you for the nutritious, delicious items from High Vibes. Take care.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for having us.
That's where we say goodbye from another in the series. Engage your drive time entertainment and lifestyle choice right here on the Family Station. Very quickly telling you that Family Word and Worship presents Healing or Wounds Conference. Starts okay. I'll tell you what's coming up in a little bit. Yeah, so I was telling you about tonight at 7, Family Word and Worship Healing or Wounds Conference. And 539-1050 is the number to call if you want to register and go be part of that. Church of God of Prophecy KSA Men's Ministry is hosting a one-day symposium under the theme Real Threats Toward Kingdom Development. Happens tomorrow at the University of the West Indies, the Confucius Institute, and they start at 8:30. Delayed but not cancelled. The Well Encounter is, it has a new date. And here to tell us more, we've got Miss Ms. Lamond online to give us more information about the Well Encounter. Hi, good evening. Welcome to Engage. Good afternoon. Is it evening now? Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I am well. Pun intended, by the way.
Great. So we're on the final stretch of the show, which comes up next weekend. What do you need people to know? I'm sure your tickets are all sold out, or do you have a few left that people need to go get?
We do have a few tickets that people do need to go and get before they get to the gate, because of course tickets will be more expensive at the gate. But all I want to tell person is just to come. Just to come with a heart of worship. Just come. Let's worship. Let's come together to worship the King of Kings, and that's it. Let's worship.
We got Chandler Moore and Naomi Rain and Randall Positive, Kevin Downswell. I see Rhoda Isabella. Who else? Are there more people?
Carlene Davis. Chandler Moore, Naomi Rain. So they're just 6 persons. A lot of persons have been asking if we've added more to the event, but no, we haven't. We're just going to be flowing into worship, and 6 persons. It gives everybody enough time just to minister well and be able to lead the audience in worship.
All right, and so the Well Encounter, just so people are not confused by, because you say, I'm well. It's not some sort of new age thing, is it? The Well Encounter comes from what? What's the idea behind the name of your event?
It's inspired by the Bible story of the Samaritan woman and her encounter with Jesus, and that's just it. Everything that you see happening in the story, that's what the Well Encounter is about. It's about change. It's about inclusion. Of course, the woman at the well, she was included in spite of all that was happening in her life. Jesus was talking to her about her life and her lifestyle, but she was included. And so that's really what the event is about. It's about change. It's about inclusion. It's also about us just laying aside all religious differences, whether we go to a Seventh-day Adventist church, or we're Baptist, or we're Anglican, or we worship at a non-denominational church, but that we can just come together in one place to worship Him, and laying aside our religious differences and laying aside our circumstances as well, and just come together to encounter Him as the Samaritan woman did at the well. And, her life was changed, and the lives of those in her city were changed as well.
Brilliant. Remind folks of where the event is going to be, what time it gets started, what do they need to get in?
So it is, of course, going to be at Sabina Park. That is March 18th, next week, Saturday. Gates open at 3, by the way, but we kick off officially at 6:30. Gates open at 3. We kick off at 6:30. And, of course, it's Chandler Moore from Maverick City, Naomi Rain from Maverick City, Kevin Downswell, Carlene Davis, Rhoda Isabella, Rondell Positive. Just an amazing evening of worship. And, guys, you do not want to miss it. As you said before, it is here, much anticipated. I believe it's the most anticipated gospel event in Jamaica ever. But it's also the first gospel event, first major gospel event in Jamaica since COVID. So, I know the nation is looking forward to it, and I personally can't wait. It's we're now 8 days to go. Today being the 10th, it's 8 days to go. So let's just get our tickets and meet at the Well Encounter at Sabina Park next Saturday.
All right. And in the meantime, how can people stay in touch with information online?
Very easy. You can go to spurropen.com/TWE22. That is spurropen, SPURROPEN.com/TWE22. You can purchase your tickets there. You can find out all things Well Encounter. You can also visit us on our Instagram page at the Well Encounter event, Facebook, the Well Encounter, and also TikTok, the Well Encounter, and connect with us. Your tickets you can purchase at Sangster's Bookstores, Montego Bay West, Sovereign, Spanish Town, New Kingston, Springs Plaza, and Portmore Pines. And I think I'm leaving one out, and Crossroads. You can also get your tickets at Fontana Pharmacy, Manchester Shopping Centre, and of course, Ocherias, that's the 8 Rivers Plaza in Ocherias. And you can also get them at the Supermed family of pharmacies, Port Antonio, St. Thomas, and St. Mary, as well as Pepkeen. Now, I want to tell your audience that you can purchase group tickets. So, if your church, members from your church, you guys are getting tickets, do so together so you pay less. And the more tickets you purchase, then the less you'll pay for each ticket.
All right, Ingrid Abrams Laman telling us there about the Well Encounter coming up not this Saturday, next Saturday, March 18 at Savannah Park. Get your tickets now. And thank you, Judith. Thank you, Ingrid. Sorry. Thank you, Ingrid. And we'll talk soon. All the best with the show. Remember, it's a nice lineup. Maverick Cities, Naomi and Chandler, along with Jamaica's Carlene Davis, Rondell Positive, Rhoda Isabella, and Kevin Downswell.
I want to remind your audience of one thing. We are profits from the event will go to two charities, Food for the Poor and the Honey Hill Community Transformation Foundation. And so I want to just remind persons that bring a can from your cupboard. We're going to be donating canned goods to Food for the Poor right there at the Well Encounter. When you come in, whatever entrance you're using, whether you're VIP or you are entering as a bleachers guest or grandstand, just bring a can. We're going to be packing it up for Food for the Poor right there on Saturday, March 18th.
Thank you so much. That takes care of our upcoming events, which is sponsored by SpurOpen.com, which is a Jamaican online platform designed to support or simplify online payments for charities, churches, event organizers, micro business owners. If you want to register your event, go to SpurOpen.com/events. Click the button that says Get Started Now. The registration is free. Your event doesn't have to be a paid event. This one is it for today. Thanks to Davio and Danielle for hanging out with us today. Take care until next week.
That was totally wicked! This message will self-destruct.
You may now disengage.